Hey there. Uh, Sorry if I'm a bit of a mess still. Yesterday's episode of um, the fluid voice was not 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 the most enjoyable. Um, to put it relatively lightly. So my sleep's a bit messed up from that. This is a difficult thing to. I didn't know the guest would be quite as bad faith as for 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 lack of a better term. But sorry, I might be doing stuff at the same time. Just don't mind my stupidity. Um, in in general, I I I genuinely want to change people's minds. I want to. I there's a part of me that wants to split the waves with the hatred, and I, I mean, I'm trying to learn how to do that well. Because obviously things have statistical averages, and such, and with regards to things, there's always better ways of doing it and worse ways of doing it, and I. I don't know. We might have changed one person's mind, but I don't know if I don't know uh, the net results of stuff. I don't know. I don't know if we changed more minds than just that one. I don't. I don't know if the bullshit spewed was more convincing to people, or if people. I mean, some people just want an excuse to, because society sucks and the fucking the patriarchal elements of some aspects of nationalism is just so ingrained, and yes, people have a clear definition of who they are. I had notes on everything that J.K. Rowling said that was factually incorrect, because there was some major ones, and well, the problem really comes to not knowing who is just being manipulated and just to some degree just as trapped as everyone else in this society that uses people as pawns for nations or gods, or I wanted to say something. I don't always know what to say because half the time facts aren't normally looked into. One of the biggest things is J.K. Rowling's declaration that men can just say they're women and get an ID. That's not the law in the UK from anything I've seen. That's it's hyperbolic. It's hyperbolic BS. It's legit propaganda against people transitioning. And one of the other things I wanted to bring up, one of the other bigger things, I mean, I briefly touched upon the or the 400, whatever, the dumb percentage, which likely was a little bit of cherry picked out of from the fact that when people don't know about a place, people don't go to it. So if a hormone replacement therapy clinic opens up, you're going to have a small number of people. Let's say in this case in the UK, 40 people. And then when more people know about it, more people show up. Which is a much more rational explanation for the rise in numbers there. Plus, that's not... The rise in numbers in a clinic isn't like the number of transgender people out there. I may have had some conversations with people on Twitter who I disagree with strongly, suggesting the talking about transsexuals and the old true transsexuals, the one getting gender confirming surgery, and that's people transitioning don't gender confirming surgery isn't the best for everyone, and forcing it on people is something that causes real harm. I knew someone's I know someone whose life was ruined by that sort of forceful attitude. I'm glad for the Center for Sexual Health because it does not have that thing forcing a specific binary of physiological thing. I didn't get to mention the there is a book, so much like with the Elder Society and Nazi propaganda. Well, I mean, originally started by Russia. I forget, it was like 1901, but it's like elements of that are strewn throughout. There's a similar thing for cultural talking points that are strewn around against trans people. It's although that one's called the Transsexual Empire Rise of the She-Male, which is a really, really gross name nowadays. And I mean, it was a fucked up thing for that book to even exist. I mean, naturally that's all about suggesting that nobody should transition and that through efforts that are similar to conversion therapy, although they don't describe them as conversion therapy. But if you're forcing someone into a gender identity that they don't conform to, that is conversion therapy, especially if you do it through torture, and their feelings aren't, it's not like their feelings are changed, it's just you force them to take a role. Fuck the author of that book, and I'm not the biggest fan in how much I've been, in my eyes, fucking up. I want to get better, but wanting to get better isn't enough. Results matter. Fuck anti-trans propaganda. Okay, I'm out. This'll show up sometime, although recorded the day after.